Welcome to the Module 7 about the PACS, their functions, benefits, and communication. And I would like to note that this material is only for general information purposes, and you shall always consult the laws and regulations. First, PACS is abbreviation for Picture Archiving and Communication Systems, and as you may consider, the picture in PACS means medical image, not some object of art, and these pictures come from different modalities, for example, CT or MRI or ultrasound or X-ray and so on. Most of these pictures are DICOM format files, but many systems allow for other images formats to be stored either as a standard option or as an optional one. Who can use PACS? First of all, in the meaning of technical skills, usually these systems require very basic computer skills, so they are not sophisticated. This is normal because many manufacturers do them user-friendly with very intuitive interface. Otherwise, of course, the customers will consider some other software. So technically, they are very easy to use. Then the other question is who may have rights of access. And this is complicated because these systems contain some private data and medical data, and there are very strict regulations in the European Union about access to this data. So it depends on the laws and regulation, general EU regulations and laws, and there are some local laws sometimes that are more strict than the general EU laws. So they regulate who may access the data, who may manage or manipulate or store, and so on. The PACS store images and data, and for example, such data patient ID, patient name, study description, the accession number. Accession number is a unique identifier given to each examination. The study data, the study modality, study protocol, the referring physician, age or the birth date, the address, phone number of the patient, and also uh, sometimes of the referring physician. So you see, these are very sensitive data. Exams can be sorted and filtered and searched by any of the general fields, for example, by the patient's name or by the referring physician and so on. And this allow images to be found very fast and very easy. And the DICOM viewers are used to view the medical image, and PACS and DICOMs are often used together. I mean, DICOM viewers, of course, they have many tools that provide the radiologist with ability to manipulate the image. And in this sense, manipulate is not used as something to deceive or something in bad meaning. Manipulate means just to process image in such a way to have it better or to easy understand. And for example, this may use zoom in order to enlarge the image. One may use measurements of angles, distances, areas, uh, volumes, for example, and to assign some regions of interest with various shapes, to split the display in order to look at two different images at the same time, for example, and also there is ability for 3D reconstruction. What are the main advantages and disadvantages of the picture archiving and communication systems? Some decades ago, all images were in physical form and they were stored in boxes, and you may imagine lots of shelves with image boxes, and one may have to go to the storage room to search for the images, and especially for the old ones to search in several boxes until find the image. And now it is different. No more image boxes, no more shelves, and all this space is empty and can be used for some other purposes. Also, the physical images, the physical media require developer and fixer to be used to have the images ready on film. And now there is no need for such chemicals, no need for darkroom to process the image, so this space can be used for other things as well. And once there is no need for images to be developed, there is no need for people that develop the films, so they are not needed anymore. But people with IT skills are needed, and they are fewer, but their wages are higher. So sometimes it cannot be that easy to calculate the direct financial benefit. But anyway, nowadays systems do not require some very advanced IT skills. They require only very basic IT skills. PACS requires some initial investment, of course, and personal training, but because the manufacturers make this software very easy to use, usually the personnel training, the staff training is not intended to learn for the staff to learn IT skills, but to explore the full capability of the system. So, what are the advantages? Faster processing and delivery. No need for someone to take the film to bring to the radiologist and so on, and images are almost instantly available on the radiologist's workstation. Also, in some cases, the radiologist may not be even presented in the hospital and to log from some remote point, of course, if this is configured in the system and if it is allowed by the regulations. Also, the electronic records are less likely to be damaged or deleted. Of course, this may happen either on purpose or accidentally, it may happen, but it is less likely to happen with the electronic records. And they relieve the personnel from the task to carry documents and the films and to search for them. This is very time saving. Also, multiple copies can be available at the same time. And imagine the radiologist prepare the report, then send the report, and the referring physician look at the report, look at the images, but need to consult the radiologist, and this happened 2 or 3 days or even 1 week after the radiologist prepared the report. Of course, the radiologist may not remember what happened, and in this case, both the referring physician and the radiologist, and maybe even some other physicians may look at the same images at the same time, not being at the same place, maybe each of them at their office, and to look at the exactly same image. The other advantage is that, contrary to some beliefs, the picture archiving and communication systems may provide better implementation of privacy and security measures. This is because the access and each user has a password and username and log with these attributes, and it may be tracked who logged in the system and what activity performed. So some actions can be allowed only for some people and forbidden for the others. For example, if some physician sent a patient, of course this referring physician will have the right to see the patient exam, but may not have the right to see the exams of the other patients who are not sent by this physician. And some group rights can be set, of course, to facilitate the work. The next important thing is the price, because it is really a great importance for some small companies, and there are options like open source systems. Of course, the open source systems have some advantages and they have some disadvantages. And the greatest advantage is that they're free, no need to pay for them, they are available for everyone, and they're open source, which means that everyone may adjust the system to write a code to make some changes into the software code that fits best to the requirements of the healthcare organization. The other benefit, the other advantage is that there is a large community to develop different applications, different functionalities, and to provide support. But this can be also some disadvantage because no one is obliged to provide this support. And with the contracts, the company that supplied the system is obliged to provide some support to answer the questions and so on. But it is not the same with the open systems. With the open systems, you may ask a question and never receive some reply. Also, because there are many people that develop open source software, sometimes there is a lack of documentation, or the documentation is written in such a way that is difficult to understand because the IT experts and the healthcare professionals speak in different languages, so it is not very easy to understand each other. And there are some security concerns about open source systems, and this is not because someone missed to implement security measures. Main issue is that because the systems are open source, their code is available to anyone, and the bad guys may look at the code and to search for holes. Thank you.